Great day to get out for a catch before things change up a little bit this week.
Okay, good pivot.
Yeah,
like
great
that.
transition.
Great job there,
Professional,
Joey.
no big deal. Let's hop out outside, take a live look, and you can see for yourself. Things looking nice out there where we're seeing quite a bit of sun and some clouds working their way through our area, as has been the case this evening, with temperatures still sitting there in the lower end of the 70s. It's a mild start to the week that should carry on into tomorrow. Let's talk about current conditions across the region where it's much of the same. Out towards the coast, that's where we're seeing those mid-60-degree temperatures. A little more clouds than inland, but low 70s is pretty much the story across the metro. As you head a little south down the I-5 corridor, that's where we're going to see those mid-70s, but pretty consistent across the area. Radar and satellite is picking up on some activity out towards the southern and eastern part of the state, but bringing it back a little closer to home. Not too much to be concerned with, just those clouds popping up, and you can see right here on the radar, the same is true out for the coast. All right, let's talk about your garden forecast as you're getting through the week. We're actually getting quite a bit of rain working its way through our area, much more than we've seen recently, so you're going to get a little help from nature's watering can. Tomorrow, things should be nice, temperatures in the lower end of the 80s, some clouds, and then on Wednesday, that's when that rain's going to move in. We are still expecting the sun to make an appearance, temperatures sitting in the lower 70s, and then on Thursday, maybe a shower chance in the early part of the day. So you're going to get some help. That's some greens all across the board. Let's break down when that rain is coming in. So taking a look at tomorrow evening, that's when we're going to start to see that build off the coast before working its way through our area, making for what could be a pretty wet start to the day on Wednesday, especially for folks in the metro area. That's going to stick around for the afternoon, tracking some scattered shower chances for the better part of the day. That could linger into Thursday. We are tracking chances to stick around for Wednesday night. Just how much are we talking? Well, come Wednesday, take a look at this. In the Portland metro, near half an inch. Right now, this is just the forecasted total. Some parts of the coast seeing near an inch, maybe even possibly an inch. It's definitely going to be quite a change of pace from what we've been seeing these past few weeks. Well, what happens after Wednesday? That's where we're tracking the strongest chance for showers. But then the good news is if you still want to enjoy that summer weather, we're drying things out for the rest of the week out there. So that is the good news. But talking about summer weather, what does that mean for the temperatures? When the rain comes on Wednesday, that's when we're going to see things dip into the lower end of the 70s. But once that rain moves out, you can expect things to climb right back up near 90 degrees over the weekend. And then looking ahead to early next week, we're really going to crank things up near triple-digit heat on Monday. It's going to be a warm one. The good news, though, is we don't have to worry about that just yet. Tomorrow, looking like much of today, still going to be pretty nice out towards the coast. That's where we're seeing temperatures in those mid-60s, maybe pushing 70 degrees. Some clouds and some sun breaking on through. Same is true for the metro. We're just expecting those temperatures to be a little warmer, sitting in the lower end of the 80s. And your 7-day forecast will show you exactly what I'm talking about there on Wednesday. There's that strongest chance for rain with temperatures dipping down to the low 70s. But once that rain moves out, we're cranking things right back up as we approach the weekend. We'll jump back to the 80s. Once we get to the weekend, we might be pushing 90. And then looking ahead to next Monday, 97.
Getting close to 100, huh?
Yep.
Yeah.
Especially in wildfire season, it's good we're going to have that rain. So good news there. Thanks, Joey.